The revolution will not be televised.
Peace. I like to sit and meditate on what it is I'm going to work on, or I meditate on the canvas, and after a while,
statements out to the people through his work, and you do the same thing, Q. So you're representing very well here on being the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute. Now we're going to take some time right now to see Malcolm Jamal in action right here on the BAS Solutions Network. Welcome into the room, everybody. Welcome to Being Theo, the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute here on the BAF Solutions Network. I'm Arnold Penix, and I'm excited about being here. You know, I was a spook that's set by the sitcom door on the set of The Cosby Show. And my close friend, Felicia Rashad, matter of fact, congratulations, Debbie Allen, on winning your honorary Oscar on and with the Governor's Awards. And I am so excited about that. And Felicia, you and Debbie are just iconic, and I want to just say that right off the bat. The Black Sitcom Institute is my version of teen anger management. Teen anger management was a big issue on the streets of Harlem, and I created something called the Black Sitcom Institute by using comedy as a way to reduce stress in high-risk areas. And I'm going to be implementing that, bringing it back here in ATL at the YMCA. Matter of fact, I'm going to be doing that. I talked to some people there, and I'm going to be doing my program, the King Dream Shooters, and some things for the teenagers to get involved with. And I'll be doing that on Mondays, and I'm excited about that. And also the Black Men's Lab, which we'll talk about later. But the whole concept was that Bill Cosby allowed me to bring a group of teenagers from Harlem. This is my spook to sit by the door story. And I can remember, and we all had sweatshirts with the Black Sitcom Institute. I don't know, can we go to that clip, go to that website so we can see what's going on? And Ralph Carter is my honorary chairman for the Black Sitcom Institute, and you know Ralph Carter played Michael on the show. And you see these cartoons, and John Amos was my stage papa who gave me my first big break on a national tour. John Amos, of course. I never met Jimmy Walker, I never met Thelma. I wish I met Thelma. God knows I wish I did. And but the most important thing was I brought a group of Harlemites to the Brooklyn studios, and I remember Bill's face when he saw them walk in with the Black Sitcom Institute shirt on, and there I am, and he just looked at me and shook his head. Oh, no. But this was an opportunity, because the tickets were free. You had to realize that. And me being an employee, a former employee at the time when I took the group, I had left there and went on to work with Our Children's Foundation, but I still had the contacts. It's all the connections. It's all you know. So I was able to bring a group of Harlem teenagers And some of them came from Brooklyn, you know, the Boogie Down, Bronx, Bed-Stuy, Queens, all these names. And we all one people. They all came from different boroughs. There's 5 boroughs in New York City. BAF members who are not knowledgeable about New York City. And I was able, we all sat together, and the comedian came out, and the warm-up comedian, and they did their jokes, and I was friends with the stage manager I was his boss at the NBC. He was a NBC page and messenger. Then he went to become a page. Then he got a job as a stage manager and everything. So I'll never forget, they couldn't get anybody quiet. They couldn't get the audience to quiet down or waiting to come into the show. And I had, they used to call me Big Mouth, and I could use my voice to quiet the whole room. And I was teaching acting to the teenagers at the time and telling them that you had to have a booming, boisterous voice to be able to stop traffic if you have to. Now, and I was able to do that. I said, everybody! And the next thing you know, everybody got quiet and everything, and then we was able to file into the audience, studio audience. And one thing I like about sitcoms and everything is that because you'll get a chance to see it's like a live play. It's like live theater. And like I said, Bill comes out last, and then before him is Felicia. Then all the kids come out, and Malcolm Jamal. Anytime Malcolm Jamal would come out and take and to be introduced, the girls would go crazy. And he just was such a light and I guess bashful is the right word, bashful and shy type of guy. And but as we find out, as we see through his poetry, that the shyness was that of a young teenager, because he was like 16, 17. But he grew into a man of passion, and we're gonna find that out right here on Being Theo, the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute. So that's my spook to set by the sitcom door story. And so that leads us right into the piece, the poetry of Malcolm Jamal Warner, as we pay tribute. Then we're going to have it broken down, because there are encoded messages inside of his poetry. And I'm as a numerologist and life coach, I am so interested in finding out what's the underneath meaning of what everything does, because you have the surface, then you have the deeper underlining meaning. So we're going to encode his message right out of this poetry. So right now, take a look at the work and poetry of Malcolm Jamal Warner. You're watching the BAF Solutions Network. You don't just talk about it. We're about it. Roll 'em.
This is no ordinary love. This is an extraordinary love. An out of this world kind of love. Clutch the pearls kind of love. She won't even brag to her girls kind of love. But I will. You see, our love is fatigue proof, and it defies death, like God who sidesteps pronouns meant for mere mortals and breathes breath into souls that descend and return to the eternal. To the untrained eye, our love is often unidentifiable, like emitting lights through the night that the Pentagon can't even recognize. See, this is no ordinary love. This is an extraordinary love. An out of this world kind of love. Clutch the pearls kind of love. She won't even brag to her girls kind of love. But I will. You see, our love is fatigue proof, and it defies death, like God who sidesteps pronouns meant for mere mortals and breathes breath into souls that descend and return to the eternal. To the untrained eye, our love is often unidentifiable, like emitting lights through the night that the Pentagon can't even recognize.
Is that it? All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a little bit much for me to take, but we have someone who can definitely encode this message from this wonderful piece that Malcolm just gave us. And we have King Julian here, and he is, for those who don't know, I am a numerologist. And yeah, join us, King Julian. I'm a numerologist and a personologist, and I study the numbers and vibrations. And Malcolm Jamal Warner, born August 17th, August 18th, sorry, that's Marcus Garvey's birthday, and naturally I will remember that. But Malcolm was born the day after. Get that, August 18th, which is a 9. So that means he was very adaptable to whatever Bill had to say and whatever his wives and girlfriends had to say. He was the perfect person to be able to adapt to all situations. 9 people adapt to everyone, and they're just easy to get along with. But they also rule by the planet Mars, and Mars don't play. They take no hostages. And so we have, so in my studies, I have a group of numbers that are, I guess you say, compatible to that number. And these numbers just happen to be soulmate numbers. And soulmate numbers, they have similar vibrations. They're not the same, but they have similar vibrations. And we have King Julian, who was born June 22nd, who's a master number 22. So his job is to bring the dreams and to fruition for everyone on this planet, actually. So if you get a chance to get a Master 22 working with you, then they can take what you've created and then build on it, and that's why they're called the Master Builders. So, but also the most importantly, if it wasn't for the Master Builder, this whole venue would not have happened. And so I'm very clear on that. So, but also one added bonus is that King Julian happens to be the soulmate to Malcolm Jamal Warner, born August 18th. And so being born June 22nd, and which adds to number 4, but we don't add those 2 numbers up. So they're really not 4s, they're Master 22s, but they do have similar traits of 4s, but they're not really 4s, they're 22s. It's like I'm born on the 11th, I'm not really a 2, but I'm an 11. So, and we're 33s are 33s, not really 6s, but I like to say 33-6 just for readings purposes. So Julian, what is going on with Malcolm with this poem?
This is no ordinary love. It is an extraordinary love. That's the first thing that he said, right? And then with the music behind that dun 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 dun.
He was vibing.
We know that's from Sade. That's from Sade.
Okay, I didn't know
this is no.
So he used that. Okay,
love.
so he added that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna red flag him, right?
Yeah. Well, hopefully not.
Not now, anyway. So he did it already.
Yeah. Right. So that was, the first underlying theme where you may not have known that song unless you know Sade, talking about this is no ordinary love. And I enjoy learning about atmospheric science and things that aren't ordinary. So understanding that love is an extraordinary energy. It's one of the most important energies on the planet. And if you put love into water or rice or plant or humans, then you're going to get a lot of love back. And you're going to, in turn, have that energy into the inner DNA of the plant or the rice or the water. So you actually you can look up Dr. Emoto. Experiments, rice and water crystallization experiments, where you'll see if you put a jar and you can even just write the words, you don't even have to speak it. But we learned that with speaking and writing, that those are 2 important activities that go through and connect you to the spirit, connect you to spiritual divine connections. And if you put it on a jar, then the rice or the water, it'll live. It will, even after you jar it up and you freeze it, then the water crystals will form into beautiful arrays, like what a snowflake looks like from when you're a child. it's not gonna crystallize like
Okay,
that
wait.
unless you give love into it.
Okay, and this has something to do with the poem that what's going on with
Yeah,
Okay, so explain,
because
because I'm trying to get the message behind it.
because
What he said.
love is so important.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's the big thing. Like
Okay.
he's saying this isn't ordinary. Like this isn't just something that you're talking about. You know, they're really about it. You know, like he's so exactly. So the next part, he's talking about being fatigue proof.
Okay.
And defies death. But what people, that's not ordinary. That's not a human experience to just say, oh, I can defy breath through my love. That's not ordinary. So that's why I brought that up at the beginning, because he said it's like God's breath.
Oh, okay.
So he's love.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the message behind it. God
So
knows I am.
love is a part of God's breath.
Okay, it is.
When you exhibit love, unconditional love, then you're exhibiting the God code, as opposed to hate, which is more on the negative side. You're breeding death. So that's why in music and so many poems and whatnot, you'll see the difference between love and hate.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you talk about love and hate. And then that's why he's saying to the untrained eye, because to the untrained eye, it may look like lust or something, like, oh, we're physically together. I'm hugging you, we're holding hands.
Okay.
Like that's the physical on the surface, what you see to the untrained eye. But me knowing the deeper metaphysics behind love, it's more than physical, it's holistic. It's electromagnetic frequencies that are being exhibited. And he's saying even a Pentagon can't explain it. So it's like, man, is he talking about right? That's what I'm wondering. Is he talking about the government?
The government?
Maybe because we put so much
In the Pentagon.
into the Pentagon and so much into the government. Maybe he's saying the Pentagon can't even explain it. Or he could be talking about the frequency. So this is why I talk about the crystallization, because these images, these are electromagnetic frequencies in the physical form.
Okay.
So even a pentagon is a physical representation of a frequency.
Okay. All right.
Hey, it's deep. I think he's really getting into some metaphysical sciences here.
So I guess it makes me feel that he knew something he was coming to his end on this plane. It seems like by listening to his over the weeks and listening to his work, we're definitely on the right track with encoding the messages in his poetry, because it's leading to some type of conclusion, which we have seen and which we are experiencing now. But I'm glad that you're here to help us understand things that people who listen to his works may not have understood. And now we have a better understanding thanks to you, my brother. Yeah. And so definitely we're going to talk more about his crystallizations and all these wonderful things that I am learning here. You're watching the BAF Solutions Network, being Theo, the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute, for those who just came into the Zoom. And this is the Black Achievement Fund. So again, we're going to take a little detour. It's training day here at the Chemical Club Cafe. The Chemical Club Cafe is brought to us by Envision You, which is the health and wealth company. And the founder and CEO is David Emenitier, who he's from Nigeria, believe it or not, and he's a self-made millionaire, you know, and he's excited, trained by Holton Bugs and all the big indirect network marketing people. But I'm so happy to be able to bring him on. If you can turn the camera around so we can see our training day board. And we're marketing coffee and tea, everybody. So, you know, you're the one up there, and then you get 2 and 2, and next thing you know, and they get 2 and 2, and the next thing you know, they get 2 and 2. So you can have a jam-packed holiday season if you follow the model they have here. But David's going to tell you more about it. So let's watch David and his vision, Envision You.
That we've actually put together called Alive.
And you say, well, David, why do you call the products alive? Well, because I know there's so many people around the world that are just living. Very few people wake up every single day alive, ready to actually win the day. That's what our products are designed to do: revive, replenish, and renew the body. And it all starts with our superfood juices, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely fell in love with it the very first time I sampled it. Our manufacturers actually sent me samples, and I said, man, this is a winner. And then when they told me what was actually in the product, I knew that we had a home run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. All the ingredients here: spirulina, aloe vera, cinnamon bark extract, and ginger root, and green tea, and maca root, right? Some people call that the marriage counselor. This is an incredible product that we have in 2 different flavors: apple beach cherry along with apple cinnamon. And ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do is take a shot in the morning and take a shot in the afternoon. Now, if you really want the whole regimen that we have, you want to actually step into the world of the skin and beauty product that we have called Alive Skin and Beauty. This is a collagen product that literally impacts the body on a whole nother level when it comes to your hair growth and nail growth and helping out your joints and those bones. Your body needs collagen, but we found a way to actually make collagen taste great. Now, just a moment ago, I actually tried something that I'm going to share with you that absolutely blew me away. I tried the Skin and Beauty, the Apple Beach Cherry, and yes, our matcha. You're going to see that later on in the presentation. But ladies and gentlemen, we stepped into recently the world of coffee. And I got involved in the coffee industry years ago. And people say, well, man, you're crazy. I mean, why would you do coffee, right? And I said, well, it's 2.2 billion cups of coffee are consumed every single day. You're talking about the most traded commodity in the world next to oil, the most consumed beverage in the world next to water. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not going anywhere. Whether you're involved in the coffee business or not, people are going to spend money. They're going to spend $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 for a cup of coffee. So why not provide that demand that's already out there in the marketplace? And we found a way to actually make it healthy. This is by far, in my opinion, you may say I'm biased, the healthiest, best tasting coffee on the planet. This is the Alive Cappuccino, ladies and gentlemen. You're talking about a non-GMO, gluten-free, no sugar, no nut, no soy whatsoever in this particular product right here. I am so in love with this coffee. The first time I tried it, I knew that this was going to be the winner in our company. And look what's in it. You're talking about a premium Arabica bean coffee. You're talking about pomegranate and collagen tripeptides and dipeptides, and it's got okra in it. It's got asparagus in it, ladies and gentlemen. It's got pumpkin in it. It's got amino acids in this particular product. You say, well, how did you get 30 different vitamins and minerals all in one product? That's a secret. That's our own formula for us to know. And it's available right now in our company. And recently, we just introduced the ultimate green tea, which is the matcha. And it's one of the best tasting matchas out there in the world. You can drink it hot, you can drink it cold. I just drank it with our apple beach cherry and our apple cinnamon. Absolutely incredible. Look at all the ingredients that are in here. It's helped people when it comes to their weight loss journey, giving them energy, clarity, focus. It's a remarkable product that we put together. Now, if you're paying attention, we put health in what people do every single day. People drink coffee every day. People drink some sort of juice, or their kids do every single day. And guess what? People drink tea every single day. So why not do it with Envision You and actually have your body become even more healthy while drinking what you were going to drink anyway? See, what we've put together here is really second to none. Your health and your wealth right here in one company, and then you can travel around the world.
Well, all right. I'm having me some Alive juice right now. All right. La la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. Delicious. I'll have a cup I had 2 cups every morning, everybody. And then, of course, I chase it off with some Alive beet juice, Alive juice here. And that's why I have so much energy, and that's why I'm still 39. What a wonderful thing! And it's all your health. Health is wealth, everybody. And right now we're going to pay tribute to Malcolm Jamal Warner with our laureate, Slam Poet Q. And Q has a new album out and everything. So Q also is one of the executives and leaders of the Black Men's Lab, and we had a wonderful giving thanks dinner. I don't say the other thing, but we definitely all came together. I did not know, Q, that there was a Black Women's Lab until last night. So just kind of fill us in about before you do your poetry and everything. Tell us about the Black Men's Lab, and is this happens every year? What's the significance of what happened last night?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Black Man Lab, we create safe, sacred healing spaces for Black men every week. Every Monday, we're at the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA, and every Tuesday, we are at Acoma Coffee and Books at Pretty Stonecrest. And the significance of last night at the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA, we partnered with the Black Women's Lab because we have a Black Women's Lab that meets with us every Monday as well in a
I
separate
had no
room. Just
idea.
yeah, and so it was really cool because maybe like, once a quarter or things of that nature, we'll combine for a group meeting. And we combined yesterday to give thanks and discuss gratitude and what that looks like, being grateful. And so it was beautiful for everybody to be able to eat.
And that was also the topic, right? Being grateful, correct?
Yes, sir. Being grateful, and we want to discuss what that looked like. So it was awesome to be able to pass the mic around, hear people talk about different testimonies, different things that they were grateful for. One person, they were grateful because they finally got a house, and that was something that they had been working on, was housing security. Another person, they were grateful for the Black Man Lab and the Black Women's Lab. Somebody else, they were just grateful to be on this side of the earth. And it was beautiful to just really hear it because a lot of the things that they were grateful for, I was grateful for as well, but you might not think about it all the time because, you're just living it and it's not on the forefront of your mind. So it was beautiful to be able to see all the men, women, and children coming together, eating and talking about what they're grateful for and just being able to share that with the world. It was a beautiful time.
Well, I like that. A grateful giving. It was a
Mhm.
grateful giving instead of the other thing. It was a grateful giving. And I was
Indeed.
very grateful. And one thing I'm grateful about, Slam Q, is I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you and your
Hey.
talent and your commitment and your discipline. It's just off the chain. I'm just amazed by. So I heard about you Morehouse guys, and I have to agree. The ones who go through that system are really major leaders, and from Martin Luther King on down. Nobody's perfect, of course, but one thing I can say about the Morehouse man, and I always knew this, it was that he was a disciplined man, and you definitely wear it well, and with your discipline and you're trying to help and be of service to all that need your service. And I know sometimes it becomes overwhelming. I know in my respect, it's overwhelming for me as well.
Mhm.
So try to be there for everybody, and you can't do that, but we find a way to do what is important and what is needed, and I'm grateful for you. So thank you for that. Now you also, in order to have an outlet for all this giving, and you give every day, is your artistry.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And your artistry is phenomenal. You're going to be a guest on Saturday Night Alive coming up, which will air on Saturday, and I am excited about that. And you also going to do your poetry today, so you are really raking in the notoriety, my brother. Everybody in New York and all over the country now are really excited about your work. So what you got
It's
for me
exciting.
today? The first piece.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna go on that same wave that Malcolm Jamal Warner was on with the love poem. And
Okay.
mm, all right. This one is called All of the Above.
All of the above. Snamport Q, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm QB, you're a QT. I'ma gas you up every time I see you back it up. You bad as truck. You got me stuck and your glue got me asking my crew what to do about you. I need a clue. Cinderella, where's your shoe? You like Badu? You're the love of my life. That's what I say about you. What do I do? I need your melanin hue, your sweetest fruit. I'ma call you melanin dude. What do I do? Bless me, I bless you. No, I choose, but I choose you. I know they say that nobody loves you, but that ain't true because I do. And if you love yourself, that makes two. I'm trying to get fly. You already flew, already knew that you old school, so I can't come like no millennial. So what do? Plan a date and you meet me at 8. Can't even sing, but I serenade. Like, what do I do? What do I do? I wanna be with you. Ooh. I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know, are we
Okay.
forevermore? Whoa. She a queen, you a king, just get the ring and do the thing. So what do? I make you wanna say I do. Flowers every Friday, a date every month. I'll even cook a few times and do the dishes, what you want, cause I want you. And I'm willing to do any and everything that they won't do. KISSING, hop in the V, go to the beach, long as it's you and me. You see, visions of you and me are beautifully created. I'll gas you up so you were never deflated. Dated, and now the day has come. We finally made it. I made up my mind about time that you're mine. In the studio, I'm trying to rhyme. Can't text you back all the time. But lady, look, the song about you. What do I do? Here's a clue, make you my boo. I love you on the daily. It is ding deja vu. You on my mind psychology, down to earth geology. My bad apology. You are out of this world astrology. Extraordinary, no smartphone galaxy. The apple of my eye, no FaceTime technology. I'm QB, but I'll be happy if you pick me. Love too deep, like a safety. Schedule going crazy lately, baby. Say we set some time up to just be lazy and do all of the above.
Oh my
Thank you.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Snap, 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 snap. Okay. So it's not too hard to understand how you came about this. And does this have anything to do with your past relationships?
It does. It does. I wrote that
Uh-oh.
one,
Here we go.
and it was a love. It was an ode to a partner. And I was really excited to be able to share that because it's a love piece. And it was when I could intentionally just be like, hey, here's all the ways I'm finna just love bomb you. And here's all the ways that, all the things I've done, flowers every Friday. I'm cooking and just all the different things that I do just to show that I love you. And it was beautiful to be able to just share that in a piece, even gassing her up, her melanin hue, just all the things, just be like, yo, these are all different ways for you to know that I love you. Even when I'm not able to text you back all the time because I'm in the studio, the song that I'm working on is about you, So it was
You know,
beautiful
I
just to be
have
able
to
to
tell
share.
you this, Snamport Q. You are a Cancerian, and you are born on July 5th. And what year again, Snamport Q?
96.
96. What Chinese animal are you? The year of the...
That's a good question. I do not know.
Okay, look it up. Chinese animal, I need to know because I know that you are very, very Cancerian to the point that we give more than, and I can say that because I'm July 11th, and we give more than most people to the point that, okay, and so you're born a year of the rat. You got a little rat, little nose. I can see that. Okay, okay, okay. Well, so I'm the year of the boy, so we're very similar. And that's what now the rat. My sister's a year of the rat, and she has her and I like the same things, and I grew up with her, so I definitely understand the connection between you and I now, because we see similar things, similar, and also we see it in relationships. We kind of overdo it. We give a little bit too much. Okay. And we have to learn, and you have to learn. You do all of that, all the stuff you did in that poem, and they still have problems. Okay, it's you work too much, or you're not there enough, or you didn't cook it this way. So what cancers have to learn is just kind of pull back a little bit, not too much. Don't give a helping hand, but not your whole arm. My father used to say that to me. He said, "Arnold, you overhelp people," and I do, I really do. Because I'm a Cancer Scorpio, and you are pure-blooded Cancer. So now in your next relationship, because that's what happens, for even Alicia Keys and everybody, when they're in a relationship, and things happen, they put it in a song or they put it in a poem, and that's exactly what you're doing with your new album that's coming out. That we're gonna debut some of the singles on Saturday Night Alive as our musical guest. But one thing we have to realize as Cancerians, nobody's going to give as much as you, okay? Nobody's going to give as much as you. But at the same time, you got to know when to stop. When to stop and just say, because people will keep taking from cancers. And they'll take, and then until you have no more to give, and then they go on to the next person. So in your new relationship, just, take two steps if they take two steps, and back and forth, because we can overlove someone. Okay, so I want you to realize that.
A bit
Now,
of wisdom. Thank you.
okay, so let's not overdo it, overlove, and but what we can't overlove is ourselves, and I call myself the spook that's set by the sitcom door, and we talked about the book last week and everything. But one thing you should love, first and foremost, is yourself. And Malcolm Jamal Warner definitely loved other people as well, but he had to find a way to love himself. And how he loved himself and showed love is through his work and through his poetry, just the same thing you're doing. Now, who would be the perfect door to sit by in your life? Have you seen anybody or has an influence? Mentors are very important. I had the best mentors and everything, and I studied everything they did, and I had the best. So as we're talking about the spook that set by the sitcom door, I studied the most successful television show in history, and that was the Cosby Show. Okay? So I was able to discern and to study what Bill did that I liked, and I was able to study what he did that I didn't like, and the world found out about it. But it was all brewing within that whole environment, and I was able to study. So I'll let you kick it off. The Black Men's Lab, why did you choose that? Why did you choose that organization? It's so many men's groups, believe me, in Atlanta. What made the Black Men's Lab something that you was going to invest time into and glean information from?
Yeah, the reason why I chose the Black Man Lab, it was funny. I feel like it actually chose me. I was on a radio show, and one of the co-founders of the Black Man Lab, attorney Mal Willie Davis, he called in to the show, heard that I was interested in law, and told me to come down to the Black Man Lab. And once I did that, he was like, "Thanks for showing that you're a person of your word. Come to my law firm tomorrow, and I'll start you with a summer internship." So off rip, before I even made it into the lab, I'm seeing that there's people who genuinely care about the community and want to be able to help people. And I know that's something that's serious and important to me, because that genuine, authentic wanting to help your community. And that was something that I felt. So I was grateful for that. And then just throughout that summer of 2019, that was back when I first found out about it, I really saw that they were genuinely interested in just giving gems and dropping gems and helping the community. And I just really loved being able to see that and be a part of that. So I went from just taking notes to asking questions to asking for help, to offering help and giving rides to brothers who might need a ride to the lab, and just being able to see it grow and to see those relationships that you met in the lab. And now we're like, hey, and now we're on a song together, and now we're running to each other at the grocery store, or now there's business partners that you have because of relationships that started in it. And it's just beautiful to be able to see Black men be like,
I agree with you, and you are the five people of the company you keep. So I'm very, very cautious about who I spend my time around, because when I'm not mentoring, I'm usually by myself, because I have no problem mentoring young people and everything like that. But my peer group is very important to me. But for me to select Black Men's Lab is a major, major step in my life. And I think the reason why I did it was that instead of I'm the spook that's set by the sitcom door, but you're the Black man that's set by the law door, okay?
yeah, yeah.
And so you was able to see who was laying down the law, okay? And that's how, and that's needed for your nurturing and for your development. And so I met the very first day of Black Men's Lab. I saw someone I would consider a mentor to you. He's the founder. Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, so it started from a few different fathers coming together and their sons about to go off to college, saying, hey,
Okay.
I share something to you, you don't listen. Uncle so-and-so says the same thing, and you coming to tell me the news like it's brand new knowledge. Let's just bring our sons, bring our father, or bring the sons and bring the fathers together. And Attorney Mowley Davis was one of those fathers. And I know you met Marty Monaghan, he's our executive director. Both of them were from Chicago. They were childhood friends back in Chicago. So it was really beautiful to be able to see them down here reconnecting and starting that Black Man
And I
Lab.
met another attorney last night who came right. He walked right over to me, and I said, "Oh, here we go." And he's attorney Tester. What's his name? He's running for office. What's his name?
I know who you're
Jester.
talking about. He was just talking to us yesterday, and I'm probably drawing a blank
His name is
because
Jester, but he's also born on April 20. Oh, what? April 28th.
from
And
Mays,
that means
yeah.
he's the 28th. Is it March 28th? I think it's March 28th, which he's an Aryan or a Taurus. He's an Aryan. If it's March 28th, he's an Aryan. And then I said, and he walked right on. I said, "What's your birthday, sir?" Yeah, and I've been collecting 28s. So I said, he said, "Well, it looks like we're gonna be seeing each other again." I said, "Okay, sir." I said, "You're gonna win too, because you're born on the 28th." So he came and did his presentation. All right, so you're the black. I'm the spook that sat by the sitcom door, and I dub you the black man that sat by the law and justice door. Okay,
Lovely,
and
lovely.
you're the black man. And your second poem, Q. Tell us about that one, and as we go into that one.
Yeah, so my second one, it's also dealing with love, but it's a little bit more spicy because it's a date night.
Oh, spicy. Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
and if anybody who likes a date night,
Spicy cancer. I know. Yep. They
date
don't
nights
think
can
it.
be
You're the
real
boy next door
fun.
type.
Yeah, date nights can be real fun.
They
So this
only
one
knew.
is date night. It's date night. So I'm gonna take her out to eat, then later on I'm gonna eat her out. No doubt that woman is made of sugar, spice, and everything she does is nice to me. Plus she eats healthy. So she tastes like the sugar, honey, and iced tea. But it's date night. So we get dessert. And I'm sure we'll share something extra chocolatey. You see, I like date night because I get to show how affectionate I can be. While we're out, I'll be a gentleman, stimulated intellectually. You know, let her know I'm headstrong and how she can come before me. Later on, let her know I'm headstrong and yeah, she could come before me. Because you see, on date night, we'll go see a movie, then make a movie. Make love under the stars that shine bright, but the only stars that matter are in front of that red light. And yeah, we tend to make thrillers. There are certain scenes that'll send chills down your spine. Like when you look in the mirror, you see it's me that's coming from behind. Switch up, make an action flick into the bedroom, we race. That red light becomes our green light, and Fast and Furious is the only pace. She's got a body like a Benz. I told her she could park it on my face at my place. Because it's date night. I'll drive. She can ride. There's live music on date night. The beat goes to the rhythm of the headboard with an occasional rhythmic ass smack. It's full of ad-libs like, damn, girl. And yeah, I'm gonna need more of that. We'll chill on date night. Stay in, order some food, turn on the TV. We're not gonna be watching it, but I mean, we might put on some sports or anime anyway. Next thing you know, her legs in the air, no hurdle. She's got a shell of an ass, Ninja Turtle. She's a Squirtle. We have a ball, but on date night we have a Pokeball, and every time she throws that ass, all my ass catch them all. Yeah, our date nights are fun, and we have fun under the moon. Next date night, sequel, coming soon. Date night.
Well, definitely, that is definitely a rat saying these poems. That's definitely the year of the rat. Now I got it, and everything. And also, it's interesting because you are definitely a man who's been in long-term relationships, and that's part of a relationship as far as relationships go. And that it's a natural thing that happens between couples. So date night can be a fun night for rekindling and bringing the passion back into a relationship. And I like the fact that you have put that into a piece that can titillate and at the same time fascinate. So tell me how you came about this. I'm sure you came about it through your experience with your past relationships, correct?
Yeah, it came up from being in a relationship, having a date night, and just doing different things on those date nights to want to keep it fun.
I had a
Sometimes,
misconception of date night. Date night was like y'all go out and do some things, go to a play.
yeah, might go listen to live music, might go see a movie, make a movie
You
afterwards,
might go see. Okay, that's what you said.
right? All kinds of things. I was just talking
Ah,
about the different date nights that were available that we had done. Sometimes we're
ain't nobody gonna
staying
remember
in.
nothing but the headboard bouncing. That's all they gonna remember. They gonna remember. But the other parts of date night was movies. What else did you discuss?
Yeah, going out to eat,
Going
watching
out to eat.
movies. I'll drive, she can ride, be a passenger princess, all that good stuff.
Okay,
Take her out to
passenger.
eat, be a gentleman, all of
Yeah,
that.
all those things that are part of Cancerian's way. But at the same time, women need to know that you care and you have passion for them. So it's a very, very important part of, they even speak on that in different talk shows and podcasts about how they wish the relationship was more alive, as they say. And since we're here and being alive and drinking alive juice, that definitely was a live piece, and I respect it. I think people get too prudish about sexuality, and they need to just realize that without that, none of us would be here. Okay, so it's very important to realize that that's part of keeping the relationship, as they say, going. And I tell you one thing, and I'm gonna get off this subject, is that a woman will stay with a man who shows his passion for her on a regular basis without and do the job thoroughly. And that's it. Because when they don't want, when they start, like, not tonight, I got a headache, I'm doing all that stuff, that means you're not doing the job correct. All right? You have fell off your game. And that's the truth, because I do a lot of counseling with a lot of couples and a lot of women, and they tell us that it was better when it was dating. It was better when it's dating. So what you're doing with this piece, and how I break it down, is that keep the dating energy alive. Is that correct?
Absolutely, it's important. Keeps it spicy.
Because once you become complacent and you get married and you have children and the baby needs more time and the husband goes without, and next thing you know, you're starting a family, and next thing you know, you are not the couple, the exciting couple that are going out on date nights. So it's very important. And the Obamas did that. The Obamas did that. He would take her to the Broadway plays. They went to see Hamilton. They would have a date night. So that is very, very key, very key. So thank you, Slam Poet Q. Anything you need to tell us about your album? Before what should we be looking for? I know you're getting ready to drop it. What should we be looking for about your album?
Yeah, so album coming soon, rookie season, you'll hear that coming.
It's called
And
what?
you
Rookie
can
Season?
Rookie season, yes, sir. And you can expect a little bit of everything. You'll hear some of those Afrocentric drums with the djembes. You'll hear a love song. You'll hear a heartbreak song. You'll hear a twerk song. You hear an ode to my mama. You'll hear a poem. You hear some skits and some interludes. Just being able to show that being a black man here in America, you can be all these things. You don't have to just be um, a rapper. Yes, I'm rapping in these songs, but I mean, like, what are we rapping about and what are we talking about and what's the content of it, Can you show love, Can you show that you got bars, Can you show that you got good features, and all of that's on the album.
And that's like, can you show truth? And that's what you're getting ready to give us. You're getting ready to give us what? The truth.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's about. So the truth is here. So we're gonna thank you all for watching the Being Theo, Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute here on Takeover Tuesdays, and we're taking over today. And it's training day all day for me today. So if you want to be a part of the movement with the Health and Wealth Company, just hit me up and let me know. But definitely, all of you, Black Wall Street is our new advertisers here, and I got a lot. And we just lost the lady who was the last surviving member of Black Wall Street in Tulsa yesterday. So she was like 111 years old. So I got a lot to do to just turn this facility, which near your home, you told me, into a nice tribute for Viola, I think her name is. And we're going to do that and bring the whole awareness up for Black economic empowerment right here on the BAF Solutions Network. And they'll become members here, of course, as businesses, and also members of the A-List from Arnold Arts LLC. So I say good night. I say good day. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, everybody. And here's Malcolm Jamal Warner with the truth as he knows it. See you next time.
And in magic cities everywhere, she feeds her babies based on her ability to shake what her mama gave her, because her pops was too busy breaking in his disappearing act to save her from these mean streets that eat the meek in one swallow. You see, lies no longer need disguise when they start looking hollow through the eyes that need it most. Rewind, I said, truth needs no disguise. Lies need no disguise when the truth is viewed as hollow through the eyes that need it most. We, descendants of stolen legacies, children of ancestors who could not be broken, birthers and builders of a culture that has been repeatedly robbed and ransacked to nourish the spiritually famine like a black woman's bosom. We who have become a pre-existing condition simply because we pre-exist. We who realize we are worthy. We are the guardians. We are the gardeners. We are the protectors of our seeds who need to be protected, who need to see true love and black excellence reflected not through fortune and fame, but redirected through character and deed. And indeed, it is those of you who stand on the front lines fighting to save the minds of our young, black and gifted. I salute you because you are an inspiration to me. Because you are the revolution we do not see on TV. I said, you are the revolution we do not see on TV. You are the revolution.
Awesome show.